Kitchen. That got me by surprise. I
Sorry,
just tidying
Carol,
up.
I didn't give you a warning, did I?
You didn't know. Like that. Ooh, just tidy up. So we have Sicilly in the kitchen tonight. Hi, Sicilly.
Hi.
Okay, and then we have Simon, who's on camera, who didn't give me a warning we'd gone live, and we also
took me by surprise as
did
well.
it?
I still don't know where that's ended.
And then we've got Sicily's mum in the kitchen. You might hear her tinkle in the cup. She's making me and Simon a brew. So, and she is called Ellie. So tonight we've got Sicilly. She's here to show you how to make her Christmas bauble cake. I'll just quickly show you them. How fabulous is that? And before you ask, the stand is from Amazon, £3 odd. Don't ask again. So if anybody says it's called a banana what?
A banana tree.
A banana tree off Amazon. I don't sell them. There's no way I could afford to stock it and sell it at £3 odd. So so that's where you get that from. But isn't this fabulous? And this one here. So Sicilly did this one last night and decided to have a go at painting. And doesn't it look fab? I said, which one are you going to do tonight? So she's going to do a completely different one, which is what we love. And Sicilly, if you've not met her before, you are missing out. So this is her page, Not Too Shabby Cakes. So make sure you go over to her page, give it a like, say hello. And also, after the live, not during the live, if you want to send her a little message to say how much you've enjoyed the live, then do so. Because you get plenty of messages off our audience, don't you?
Yeah.
It's lovely. We love having her over here. She's a little cutie. I know you get fed up with me saying that, but she really is. She makes me smile, doesn't she, Ellie? I just smile at her all day. She just makes me smile. And what makes me laugh is I come in now, she makes herself at home in the kitchen, she knows where everything is, and I came in before and there she is on the floor, in the cupboards, rooting around what she wants. That's what I love. Make yourself at home, grab what you can. And it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, there you go, close up of the balls there. 2 of them. Dangling. There we go. Big ones them, aren't they? Aren't they belters? Right, okay then. So, got lots of messages. Simon, what are you laughing at?
Nothing, Carol. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with what we said at all.
Hey? So, last night I did my Christmas cracker and everybody loved it. And I have to say, big thank you to the amount of messages I've got tonight. I said to Karen, did I complain about my back a lot last night? Because a lot of people asked me if my back was hurting. And it was, and it still is hurting. So apologies if I moan too much. But the Christmas cracker was great fun. I think I winged it really well, and you lot seem to enjoy it. And you all seem to have a good laugh. So hopefully you're back here tonight for a good laugh. I'm on comments. I'm going to go make myself nice and comfy. You might see a cup of coffee slide back past very soon when Sicily's mum's made it. So, shall I leave you to put everything away and talk about everything?
Yeah, okay.
Are you ready to go?
I think so.
Are we ready to go? Give her a big round of applause. Get those love hearts and thumb hearts. Those love hearts going.
Hi guys.
What's up? Hi guys.
I always feel really nervous when I first come on. So, we've got to build a bit of an internal structure to hold the cake up. But I will warn you, these 2 cakes that you see are the only times that I've made this internal structure. So...
Is that the only time you made them?
Yeah. You said, just think of something good to do for Christmas for next time you come in. So I thought something.
Good
that
girl.
I've never done before.
You're taking after me, winging it all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, have you seen my new sign in the back?
Yeah.
Just wing it. So Lintoff came and collected the wedding cake 7:15 this morning. God bless her. She said she was scared to death driving to the nurses, and then she dropped me that little sign off. I have to put my glasses on to read what it says. So it says, just wing it, life, eyeliner and everything. I think I do a good job of that. Yeah, and I'll post some pictures afterwards. Right, I'll let you get back on, Sicilly. I'll try not to interrupt.
So you should have seen just before we went live, I had to show Simon how I could pick this ball up and swing it
No way.
above my head. Yeah.
What did you make her do that for?
I didn't make
No,
you
he
do
didn't
that.
he didn't make me do it. I was just like, look what I could do.
She was showing off.
And I've seen him like duck a little bit, like is it going to hit me? But yeah. So, to start off, we've got to get one of these 6-inch round dome cakes. a sphere.
A sphere.
Sphere.
Is it,
Sphere.
how do you say it?
Ball cake.
Sphere.
Dummy.
Sphere. Oh, I say spear.
No, that's the pointy thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and you probably can't see on here, but there's like a really, really, really faint line that goes all the way around.
Let's try and show it, shall we? Let's go on the 8. Go down a bit.
Yeah. Always there is the right place.
Down a bit. There we
I
go.
do this every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but down here there's like a really little seam
Yeah.
that runs all the way around.
Yeah.
So
you can see that.
I'm gonna cut it against that seam with this massive knife.
And she was clever. She went and got her own chopping board. I didn't even have to tell her.
Yes, I got the chopping board. Okay, so I'm just gonna gently. Oh, this is better than my kitchen knife I used last time.
You watch your thumb, you.
Yeah. We can see from right overhead. We're scared.
I haven't got time to run into A&E tonight.
Goodbye.
Oh, Simon, what's been going on here?
Why?
Hey, Karen said they're all going on. I bet Simon can't swing his balls like that. What conversation have you started?
We're just all holding our breath. With Sicily cutting this with a big knife.
I know. It's an impressive knife. At home, we just have this one big knife. It's about as big as this, but it's like a big round one. And we just call it the machete. And we honestly cut everything with it. I cut my vegetables with it. I cut everything with it. I could be cutting something so small and I'll just whip out my machete. But it's the best knife I've got.
They're laughing here. That knife is bigger than you.
It is. Right, I think I've gone all the way around. This is what it's supposed to do. This is what we did at my kitchen table too. Simon, you're making me nervous.
You're making us
Well, we're nervous.
Yeah.
I think everyone's holding their breath. We're hoping that you're still going to have some thumbs and fingers left. Ooh, they don't like the noise of squeaking polystyrene.
What it was is I was going to do it off camera before we started, but then I thought, well, it's actually quite difficult to get through this, so I thought I'll just show it live so then people can see how difficult it is to do this. So that when anyone stood in the kitchen going, this ain't right.
Is this the point where we say don't try this at home?
Probably.
Right, so Maureen says warm the knife and it will go through easier. So you know that kettle of water
Like a
that
hot
you've
knife
just done?
through.
Yeah. You know that kettle of hot
Yeah,
water? Why don't you go and pour that over both sides, quickly dry it and get back here as fast as you can. Right, so everyone's teeth are on edge, everyone's chattering, nobody can stand the noise, so you're doing well so far, Sicily. So, yeah, so don't forget, like and share, but not into our groups.
Ready?
Oh, look at that. Oh, nearly had success. Do you think this is something you should have prepared, Sicily?
Probably.
They're now saying Simon's got to get on and do it. Come on, Simon, you can do it.
That's
You're
a
going to
bit
be.
sexist, isn't it now?
No, it's not sexist at all. It means that you're taller. Come on.
Taller.
You're taller than Sicily, aren't you?
The height on it, haven't you?
Stronger. Come on, get round here and get it done. Leave the camera on there.
Would you like me to do it, Sicily?
Well, she's not halfway through yet. We could be here for an hour just arguing with the. You have one of my hot flushes there, love.
I think I am. I'm determined.
We'd love to try electric one, but we haven't got one.
We'll get a saw out of the car.
Come on, girl, give her the support. Come on, Sicily, you can do it. Woo! There we go. Way!
Did it.
Way! Clap out, everybody.
I got to ask her, why have you cut it in half?
Look, they're going, Simon. Help her, help her, help her. Right, you'll know the secret in a minute why you're cutting it in half.
Because this is going to be the bottom half of our bubble cake.
And the other one's going to be the top up.
No.
No, the other half is going to be the bottom half of another bubble cake that you might want to make for somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So loads of help here. So Sicily, warm the knife on the hob next time.
Yeah, I'll definitely try that next time. I just struggled with it, and you get through it eventually.
There they are. They're all like, ooh, can't watch. They're all worried about your fingers. And Lynn's off. Yay, you've done it. All clapping hands for you now. Right.
There we go. I'm through. Let's put this half over here because we're not actually going to be using this half.
And for the cloth, just sprinkle it all on the floor. We'll give it to Karen as a problem to do tomorrow. Just get your tea towel and wang it on the floor. Yeah, stick that over there, yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, loads of rounds of applause. They're all glad it's over. Either for themselves or for you, Sicily.
Yeah. Well, next part is we're going to cut through this down. I've marked it. So what you want it to be is... So I've marked this one at 4 because I want it to be the height of my cake and just a little bit more to poke out of the top, because this is where the ribbons are going to go through. So let me cut this.
They're all nervous for you.
Gosh.
To be fair, Susan Fisher's got she's got the right thing. Cutting with a warm knife makes an awful smell. Is that the bit for the cake?
Yeah.
Go on, give it a wipe. You only need to, don't wash the inside because you'll take ages to dry it. Just wash the outside. The inside didn't go on the floor. Sheila Harvey, oh God, here we go again. Oh, right, she's still got all her fingers. Have you got your toes as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, goody good.
Everything's all fine. Right. So, this is a bit that I prepped earlier.
I think they all need a gin or something because they've all been on the edge of the seat watching you with this.
So I've got a 6-inch cake card and I marked the centre and I did...
It cut a nice neat hole.
Just cut a dodgy hole through it.
I'm just so glad you did that, not live.
Yeah, I do this live because this again is a bit of a faff with the scissors. I suppose if you've got a really sharp scalpel or something then that'll be fine, but yeah. It's all the joys of trying to build part of a structure, isn't it, I suppose. So yeah, that's going to go on here, like this. And then this is going to go in here, like this. But first of all, I'm going to put the ribbon through the bottom.
How are you going to get that straw through there?
Well, this straw's to go through the cake. It's just going to be stuck on that part to make the ribbon thread to the top of the cake. Does that make sense?
Ah, yes, so was this, right, so is the sugar base going to hold it all together?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and
Right.
my
Okay.
little glue gun.
I'm going to shut up and wait and see what she does.
Bearing in mind, we had never built this cake structure before, so there probably is a different way that you could do it, but this is the way that I figured out in the kitchen. So,
When you read these comments afterwards, there's loads of lovely top tips for you.
I'll have to read them all
Yeah.
back because I just make it up as I go
Damp
along.
cloth under there so your whiteboard doesn't slip.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is this keeps going everywhere.
Should have just got a gripper up there. Look. Is that white gripper there? Get your mum to pass it down.
Oh, I didn't think about that. When I was trying to cut it, this was like trying to slide, which is what was making it more difficult. Not the fact that I'm weak. There we go. And then there's a little mark in the top as well of the ball that's got 5, is it 5? It's got lots of tiny little dots, and that's where my centre's going to be.
Okay, go for it then.
Yeah, so it's just here in the middle. So I'm going to push this down one side.
Oh, well, that was easy enough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And through this side. So that's gone all the way through from just next to the centre to all the way through underneath. whip it out. And then do the same on the other side of the centre.
And they're loving your earrings.
Thank you.
Cute, aren't they? I tell you that this crowd don't miss nothing.
There we go, we're through. And then that's where the ribbon's going to go through.
Right.
So let me get my ribbon. That'll probably be more than enough. Where did I put my stabbing stick?
Where have you put your what?
Stabbing stick.
I tell you, it's
Stabbing
danger thing tonight, isn't it? A stabbing stick, a big sharp knife,
Oh, it's like a cake
and the
tester.
size
It
of
is a
you.
cake tester, but I call it my stabbing stick because I use it to stab things because it's like a skewer. So I'm gonna get my ribbon and I'm gonna stab it through my
there.
hole. With a little bit of persuasion.
Sorry, Donna Jeffrey says, can we buy these already done? We'll set Sicily up with a little shed at home and she can sit in there chopping them up.
Yeah.
Look at this. Is this for certificate 18 tonight? Yeah, it could have been a house horrors if you chopped your fingers off,
I
couldn't it?
know. Right. And then from the other side, I'm going to stab this half of the ribbon through the other hole.
Oh, you be careful.
Here we are. I think you're worried too much.
I could just see us
There
off
we
to
go.
step
Just
in
see
there.
us having to cut, and then you come back with a like a finger bandaged, and then you come back 10 minutes later with your eye bandaged.
I've got to agree, Nikki. I think we are training people to wing it when they come on these lives, aren't we? It's the best way, isn't it?
Yeah. I think just no stress. I'm showing you how to just make it. You can do it better than I can do it. If you've got... I've got what I'm saying. Yeah, if you can do it, then do it. I'm just winging it.
Oh, they're thoroughly enjoying it.
That's good.
They look as though you're having a great time.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Nice and chilled. So I've just checked and that's going to be the right length because it comes out of the top of my little tube. So I'm going to flick on my jazzy little hot glue gun that's got sparkly glue because I didn't have any clear glue. I've only got glitter glue, so that's what we're having. Then I've got that one.
They're all saying winging it is the best way.
It is the best way. You can't, you just...
They're all laughing because they didn't realise how dangerous cake making could be.
Yeah, well, I think people that make lots of cake structures have all the right tools, and a lot of them are like they get like the little saws and the tools to make real structures. I don't make cake structures, so
No.
this is what I had in my cake room. So
Well, Gillian's saying everyone's a nervous wreck and they think the only one who's calm is you.
yeah,
You have had us all on the edge of our seats
gotta keep it entertaining.
with our
Yeah.
gobs open.
Fine acting.
That's what they're
Sicily,
that's
yes.
what they're saying. You're so laid back.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun to warm up a bit. But then what I'll be doing is on the bottom of the cake where the ribbons are poking out, I made my ribbon a bit too long. I'm going to be hot gluing them down here and obviously cutting them shorter. And then I'm going to be hot glue gunning this on with the ribbon through it. And then threading on this and hot gluing that on. And that'll be the bottom half of the ball cake and the ribbon to support the top of the cake. And then we'll move on to the actual cake.
I think it's quite a good idea. Did you think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me and my mum together.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed.
We was having a talk after last time thinking, what can I do that's going to be something different? Because there's so much talent on the group. I thought, what can I do that's going to make people think I want to watch that? And
Yeah.
so I thought we'd just throw this together and see if it worked.
Yeah.
And we made this pink one and we thought, it turned out decent, so I'll
Yeah.
send it over to Carol. So
Yeah,
and then that
absolutely.
was it.
And everybody loved it on the group.
Yeah.
You've had loads of feedback, haven't you?
Yeah.
They all loved it.
Yeah, I think quite a few people have been and ordered everything ready to make it after
So,
tonight's
a couple of
live.
questions. How
Yeah.
do you think if you did it as a full cake? Would it be too
Yes.
heavy?
No, I figured this out. So what you would do, instead of having the half of this cake, you would have a longer tube that would run through the whole thing, and then at the bottom where this would be, you would have like a 3-inch cake board.
Yeah.
You would take it through the 3-inch and glue it like this, as if you would do this one,
Yeah.
and then glue another 3-inch board to it to secure these ribbons.
Yeah.
And then so say this is fruit cake, the same as the top half, you would have a board here, and you would have a few dowels running down this side for support, and then you would have the top on the top half with the...
Do you think you would need the dowels? I wouldn't think you'd need the dowels, really.
Maybe not, but...
Because you've got the cake boards.
Yeah, you've got the cake boards, but my only worry would be the top half of the cake being heavy and making the bottom half of the cake collapse out and then make all your fondant and your sugar paste and stuff bulge. But if you want to live on the wild side, go for it. But,
Listen, you'll be going for it tomorrow. Everyone's going to be testing you.
yeah. But yeah, that's how I would do the internal structure for that. After this live, if you want, I can make the internal structure for the full cake, so you can see, you know, how you would build it from the inside. Not saying I'll make the whole cake, but I can make the internal structure so you can see it. Is this ready? With my red glitter.
And where did you get your gun from?
This was from Amazon.
Oh, good old Amazon.
Yeah, I think it was about... I think I paid about £6, but it came with like 60 different coloured glitter sticks, which is good. Because I only really wanted it for the cake room for like gluing ribbons to boards and stuff like that, like just little jobs. So I didn't need a big, like full-size one. That's hot.
Yeah. When you get time over the weekend, don't do it after the live because you've been tired, you've been travelling.
Yeah.
But over the weekend, when you've worked it out, the full structure, they'd like you to post it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that.
So don't put yourself under stress for tonight because we've got a live to do. And then clean up, then
Yeah.
Betty buys. Then off we go again in the morning.
And it doesn't really matter about this bottom half being a bit messy, because
No one's going to see
this
it.
isn't cake, this isn't going to be out. This is just going to be covered as well, so don't worry about it. My voice went a bit funny then. So, got this all stuck down. And I'm going to trim off these ribbons because they're a bit too long.
Ta-da! Like that.
Right, and then I'm going to threadle this. I don't know if that was a real word or not. Threadle.
Threadle.
Yeah. I'm going to threadle it through
I thought
anyway.
you said thread all this.
Did I?
Not thread all. I thought you said thread all this. Thread
I
all
don't know
this.
what I said. Right, so I need another little glittery stick.
Have you melted one stick already?
No, because it's in there, but you need the
Oh.
other one to be able to like, push
right.
it down.
I say, my goodness.
Well, I did say it was only a cheap one. It's not like a fancy one. It's and all I'm doing is just securing this down a bit. There we go. And that's that on. My hot glue everywhere.
Don't worry. We can peel it off.
It's not the pink board.
It's not on the pink board.
No.
That's
I'll
all you
make
need
sure
to
get
worry
a
about.
chopping board. And then I'm going to push this one down gently onto here.
So I do know the answer, but just in case anybody doesn't know the answer, why would you put the card on?
so the cake wouldn't be touching the polystyrene. So I've put this one on as just to make it a bit of like a safety barrier, and then this tube as well because this is a food safe dowel. And then the actual cake is also going to be on its own card.
Yeah.
So then they're not touching.
Yeah, good go.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just give this a second to firm up because the glue's still a little bit wet. So I'm just going to move it out of here. But that's what it looks like with a little hanging ribbon.
They're just laughing because there's going to be no offcuts for me and Simon. Hey, I tell you,
I've spotted where the offcut is.
Where?
That tube full of cake
Yeah.
left at the end.
Hey, I tell you, that Christmas cake we cooked last night? So what we actually cooked live, you should have seen how much of it got scoffed. Oh,
This
there
is
you
the
go, Simon.
offcuts. These are the offcuts here.
Just leave it here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That was a little bit of fruit cake. So Simon took home 2 of the cakes last night. The 3 of us sat down and shared the
Sure,
cake.
I've only got one.
Well, you ate half of one and took home 1 1/2. We sat down and shared a cake. We took one into work. And who else has had one? Because we had 6 cakes,
Tony?
didn't we? No, Tony. I took the one for Tony into work. How many did we eat then last night? Because we had 6.
That's 6. We ate 1 1/2 on the night. I took half, and then the other one.
You carry on chucking it on the floor, love. Don't worry. We're just debating how much fruit cake we ate last night. It was so nice. If any of you wants to make that easy fruit cake, seriously, give it a go. It is gorgeous.
I was watching last night and it looked really good.
This is your night.
What, the big
I love
one?
fruit cake. Yeah. I love fruit cake. Thank you. Is this my easy fruit cake? Best had be.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched the live last night. It was really good. I was sat in the cake room painting that cake whilst watching it on the telly. So I was there. I just wasn't in the comments like usual. But Martin kept coming in and taking my phone and writing things in the comments saying, "Hi, me and Martin are watching." Well, that's something as well that he's never going to let me live down if I don't tell you whilst I've got you on here.
Is he actually to marry him?
No. No, but on this cake, I didn't know what the moon should look like. And this little tiny baby moon over here, Martin hand painted that on.
Oh,
So I just
isn't that
I
artistic?
have to let you all know that this tiny moon here that's really pretty and it looks very realistic.
Martin did.
Proud of you.
Oh, isn't that nice? We've had a bit of Martin.
Yeah. Yeah, I shouted him and I said, "What's the moon meant to look like in this picture?" Because I was just making up a picture in my head. So he came in and he said, "I'll do it for you." And I trusted him and it worked out. So, next step. I'm going to bring over my other 6-inch board that I did with a prettier hole. And my fruitcake, which is the other half of them ones. Then what I'm going to do, oh, I've got a loose raisin, is put the cake card on here.
10 out of 10 for your moon, Martin.
Yeah, he's going to be reading all the comments, so make sure you can
Never mind all the little cabins and the tree that you did and the snow and everything else.
Yeah, no, but he did have a lot of input in it. He kept coming in and saying that should be how that looks. So yeah. So I drew it, but it was Martin's imagination, not mine. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've put my board on. Nice, and yeah, I think that's about right. And I'm going to get the leftover bit of dowel and push it all the way through the cake. Nice and gently pop it out the other side so this will be able to slide straight on. Boop, out it comes. There you go, Mum. Just some fruit cake in a straw. Ta-da! And then I'm going to get some. I don't have a turntable actually. I've only just realised. Thank you. apricot jam or apricot conserve.
If you need it softer, just pop it in the microwave.
I think I will.
Yeah. Oh, Martin's watching.
I knew it would be.
Thanks, guys. Cries of happy tears. Oh, Martin. What a lovely moon.
He even did like all the little craters on the moon as well.
And who painted the cabin and the trees?
Me.
There you go. But it was Martin's moon that finished it off, wasn't it, nicely? I tell you, Martin, you're just too good to this girl.
And to be fair, my mum did get it with the finishing glitter when we got here. She sprayed it all over, so I think it was a group effort, really.
Oh, thanks, Leslie. Leslie made our fruitcake today. So she said, I made your fruitcake, Carol. I've never made Christmas cake before. I don't even like it, but I've done 5 small cakes to give away to the family, and the house smells like Christmas. They were really very easy.
I got a message from Jennifer Fairless.
Who's Jennifer Fairless?
No, it's on, I'm reading here.
Oh, right.
YouTube.
Sorry.
As it says, I have watched for several years but never messaged. I'm going to make the cracker cake. I've ordered 6 small bean tins. Thank you for all your help and advice.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, I'm really touched. And isn't that lovely? Somebody who's watched and never said anything. Finally got there and pressed you after all these years. You're going to love that cracker cake. All of you want to give it a go and then make a bauble to go with it.
It looks brilliant. I just thought as well that this cake might just be a really nice centrepiece just to have dangling in the middle of the table on Christmas Day.
I think it's quite a different way to do things, isn't it? It's lovely.
Yeah. Putting some jam on. And I didn't realise when I bought this that it's actually a little bit lumpy. It's like the lumpy one. So ever so often, if you see me picking anything out, it's like a big lump of
If you melt it in the microwave, it's fine, because I don't think there's any lumps in that. It's just...
No, this is the one I brought from home.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's got like, you know, just like little chunks of fruit.
Ah, right. Okay.
Which is fine. I'm just going to pick them out so they don't show up underneath.
So the... well done, Kerry. Is the carrot cake nice, Carol? Yes, it was gorgeous. I ate plenty. I'm never going to be slim. So somebody's just asked what tin did Sicily make this in, and she made it in a sphere tin, and I forgot to put it on the Facebook Live. Must have.
It's the PME 6-inch ball tin, which I think there's one in Carol's cupboard.
Yeah, I think there is.
I'm sure I've seen it in the cupboards.
Yeah. Oh. There you go. This is the 8-inch one. So that's the 8-inch one, but we do a 6-inch, and I think there's a 4-inch one.
There is.
So the 4-inch one, when it comes, it's really tiny. But you remember those little tins I baked in? So if you put 2 together, it won't be so tiny.
Yeah, because you could do this. You could do this any size, couldn't you?
Yeah, of course
you
you
could
can.
do like a 4-inch, you could do a 3-inch.
Yeah.
All sorts of tiny sizes.
So everything Sicily's using tonight is in the Facebook Live's must-haves.
Yeah.
Apart from these tins, because I forgot to put them in. So you just need to go to brand, or just put Bolton in search, and you'll find them. I'll put them in a minute.
Yeah, I know I've sent the link a few times to a few different ladies for them. Put that over there. Marzipan. Took me a second to figure out what I was doing next. Okay, so I've got this and this. So what I did was I actually covered the top and the bottom in marzipan separately, so they would be the same size underneath. And then them both in the sugar paste. So
Donna Louise is saying, the moon is so bright, just like the engagement ring he's planning for you. Yeah, and that's another thing. When you when you loosen up your conserve, just sieve it afterwards.
Yeah.
Gets rid of everything. That's from Fiona. Yes, you can use sponge cake. If you're not a fan of fruit cake, of course use a sponge cake.
Yeah, we did one with sponge cake at home and it worked absolutely fine, just the same. And what I did was, I did sponge cake and then I covered it in ganache.
So, interesting question. Jerry Chu said, how far did you fill the tin? Because it's perfect.
To the top.
To the top.
All the way to the top.
And is that what this is? Is this the overflow of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because no.
Right, now I know why we've got this funny shape. Right.
Yeah.
I put parchment on the top as well so it won't burn.
Yeah.
Right, right. So did you put paper around it as well then?
No, I didn't think it would grow that much.
Yeah.
It's overflowed. Then they've cut it off, which is what me and Simon are eating here.
Seems like the perfect solution, doesn't it, that?
Yeah.
That's why we bought the offcuts.
Good
We were
girl.
leaving them at home for the men, but no.
Yes, it would work with sponge, no problems.
Yeah.
So the size tin that Sicily was using was the 6-inch. So we do 3 sizes. We do the 4-inch, the 3-inch, no, the 4-inch, the 6-inch, and the 8-inch. And Maureen, she's made 2 4-inches to make a round bauble cake. So a few people are going to have to give it a go.
Yeah. I'm excited to see them all.
We've not lost signal, have we? There's a few people saying they've lost us.
No, we're perfect.
Oh, it just went black for a minute, that's all. Gillian, phone the office first thing in the morning. What I would do, Gillian, it depends what time you place your order today. Place a click and collect now, okay? Well, not now, after the live. Place a click and collect, and then in the comments just put, please add to my order. If your order's already gone, they'll call you, but if it hasn't gone, they'll put it together for you.
Just getting a cup to put my cake into.
I think it was just a little blackout, everyone. I think it just went black and came straight back. Did you put baking paper inside the bowl tin?
Yeah.
You did, yeah, she did. On the inside, yeah. Yep, you can do top and bottom sponge. You just bake it in the tin twice. You make 2 batches.
Just getting a little bit of water to make it stick to my polystyrene.
So the stand for the bauble is a banana stand and it's off Amazon. So a few of you have already said you've jumped on Amazon and you found it. It's not a lot of money. What is it? Is it less than a fiver?
It was £3.75
Yeah,
on Prime.
yeah. So just look for banana stand.
Yeah. But it's pretty good because I think after Christmas I'll probably just hang my actual bananas on it because we eat
Yeah.
a lot of bananas in the house. So there we go. So then just going to wet my polystyrene a little bit just to make sure that it sticks.
So I'm just going to go and add the spear tins to the Facebook Live wish list. So if I'm not answering comments, sorry. Keep talking, Sicily.
Yeah, so I'm just going to grab up my marzipan and bring my little ball. I've put it in a cup because of the stand. The dowel going through it makes it a bit awkward. This just makes it a little bit easier to cover. Bearing in mind, I'm sure you're all going to cover yours so much better than mine. So I'm just stretching it out a little bit and tucking it. And if you felt like you could stack this whole cake together and cover the whole ball in one go, then you can just do that. But I personally don't feel like I could do that without getting 101 creases and just making it a mess. So this way I found is a bit easier for me. And with the pink one that I did, I rubbed in as much as I could of the crease where it joined and hid it with some different cutters. But the blue one that I did the top half in the blue and then the bottom half I did in the white, so they overlapped, so it didn't really matter in the end. Let me get a little knife.
Where are your knives?
Oh, on top of the microwave there's a brown box. Can you see it, the wooden box?
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
You haven't spotted that?
I can never
Oh,
find
Sicily, I thought you knew where everything was.
So did I. I'm just gonna cut off the excess. I'm gonna be really good because if I was at home, I would just eat it.
Well, Karen was going through marzipan for fun last night.
Oh, I
And then
love
Simon
marzipan.
joined in, thoroughly enjoying himself.
I do
You
love
like it?
marzipan.
I love
Okay.
marzipan.
That is nice and pretty and covered. Then we're going to roll out the next bit to go on top of this one.
Right, everyone. So to the if you go to Sugar and Crumbs website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, at the top of the page is for FB Live's must-haves. If you drop down to this month, then drop down into Sicily. Everything she's using is in there. I've just added the ball pans. If you go to recipes, you can go through to our recipe website, and that's where you'll find loads of lovely recipes, and you'll find the recipe for the easy Christmas cake. And if you want to have a really good laugh, then watch last night's live on how I made a Christmas cracker. Not a little dainty little thing, a massive big heavy weighted thing.
It's huge.
If I've got the energy to carry it back and show you later, I will do.
Well,
It's bigger than Sicily.
Jill Cook says she's going to give it a try this weekend.
Yes, give it a try. And I tell you, everybody who does my Christmas cake recipe, believe me, follow it exactly as it is. You will thank me for it.
And hope your back feels better.
My back is killing me. That's because I stood up all day yesterday.
And the dome tin that Sicily is using is 6-inch, 150 ml.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to make it, don't do bigger than a 6-inch. The 8-inch is massive.
Well, you can see on here, this one's a 6-inch and it hangs perfectly with that gap that you want to make it look like it hangs. If you're going to do an 8-inch, that's
Well,
fine.
grab the pen and the big 8-inch, show them side by side how big it would be. Look.
So
you don't want to do
see
that.
the difference. That's just huge. So if you was going to do it this size, you could still build the internal structure, but I would just advise this size to just have it stud. See, underneath this one, I've actually put a little 3-inch board, so it couldn't be stud or hung.
Yeah.
But that's massive.
Yeah. And if there's not many of you in the house, do the little 4-inch one. It's only tiny,
Yeah.
but by the time you put everything together, there you go. You'll be done. And you can use the rest of your cake mix in other little pans, wrap them up and save them all year.
Mhm.
That's my problem. Once I start eating Christmas cake, that's it.
I've never really been a fan of Christmas
Have
cake
you
until
not?
I've been, like now I'm an adult, I do like Christmas cake, but I never liked it growing
It's a
up.
funny thing for kids, that, isn't it?
It's the soggy raisins. But
Soggy raisin.
but now I'm older, I do enjoy a bit of Christmas cake.
Are you a grown up?
No, but that's what I do
You like
like.
soggy raisins?
I don't eat the soggy bread out of trifles, and I just don't like. I'm not a big fan of cooked fruit. I like my fruit to be fresh, and once it's soggy, it's, I don't know. The same as I don't eat apple pie because I don't like the soggy apples that they put in it when it's all mushy and No, thank you.
Oh. You don't eat apple pie?
No, the only time I'll eat it is if I make it myself, because then I make it with
Slices.
bigger slices of apple, and then I take them out when it's not too soggy, when they're still a bit crunchy. But if it's all soggy, I'm not eating it.
Right. Oh, you do make me laugh.
But it's alright for Martin, because it means he gets the whole apple crumble to himself. Is this big enough? We'll never know.
We will. when you put it over the cake.
To be fair, Debbie Hargreaves has come up with a good point. If you're putting bread in a trifle, you're doing it wrong.
Yes.
I thought she said bread, but I thought I was hearing
No.
it.
I thought she said bread and thought maybe it's a
No, I
Derby
do
thing.
call it soggy
Yeah,
bread.
I haven't got my hearing aids in, so I didn't
But
quite
I
hear what you
like-
said.
I like them dry out the packet.
Yeah, but it's not bread that you put in there, in your trifle.
That's what it tastes like.
It's bread and bread and butter pudding.
I don't eat that either.
Oh, it's
Soggy
good.
bread and
Bread butter
raisins.
pudding. Got to laugh. If you're putting bread in a trifle, you're doing it wrong.
No, so my mum always has to make 2 trifles. And actually...
One without bread.
Yeah, one without bread and one with bread. But that's a good point, actually. My mum, her first try with the Sugar and Crumbs icing sugars was actually in a trifle. So you did key lime icing sugar in the cream with, was it lime jelly and mandarin slices? And then you did the other one as cherry bakewell, didn't you? In the cream, and that was Mum's first time of trying the icing sugars, and now you've got a few, haven't you? And she robbed some from me. I say, come into my layer, and I just show her my shelves of icing sugar.
Did you say that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got loads of icing sugar. I do use it,
Do you have it
but
on display? Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny how many people display all their ice and sugars.
I do use them, but I like to have them out, and I just like to look at them, to be honest.
Got a shelf for them because they're really.
Well, I'm hoping next year we can have a different colour bag for every flavour. That's what we're aiming
That would
for.
be cool.
So at the moment, because we're still a young company, even though we're 7 years old, we can only afford so many pre-printed bags. But we're in talks with somebody at the moment, so fingers crossed.
That would be really
By
cool.
next summer, we should have a bag for every flavour. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be easier as well, because my shelf's up near the ceiling that I have them all lined up on. I have to jump up onto my desk
All
to
right.
get them down. And my chairs that I have in the cake room are like the computer style chairs, you know, the blue ones on the wheels.
Do you think you could put a camera in your cake room? Because I think it could be a very
Yes,
entertaining
it's
live.
really dangerous. Like, you just see me balancing on a stool that's on wheels, and oh, it's really dangerous. But
Ugh.
going with the flow. Right.
Should we put a camera in Sicily's cake room? Hey, what's you cutting on that rubber thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's all right. It's not a pink board.
I'm not cutting too
Have you just
hard.
cut through my gripper?
I don't think so. We'll see in a minute. When I lift it up.
The thing is, it's the same colour as the marzipan. I don't want it going with it. Somebody chomping on it later and going, what's this rubbery bit in here?
I know. Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, look at that.
See? No. I've not cut through it. So, we push this down a bit more. Push it.
Lynn says, Toff says, Sicily is like a little ray of sunshine. She is, isn't she, Lynn?
I'm being very quiet because I'm concentrating.
I think they're all worried about you and a knife.
I know.
They're worried about you and a knife, swinging around on a computer chair in your cake room, climbing on your table. I tell you.
Yeah, but I'm short, so I've got to do these things. Did you see that? I just
Yeah,
threw
we
some
did.
marzipan.
Why don't you just hold it in your other hand? Turn it round. Hold it in your hand.
Oh, because I was thinking it might just stick to all my fingers. Okay.
Is that easier?
Is that hot milk?
Yeah.
Gun still on.
Is that what?
Gun's the heat.
Oh yeah, is your hot gun still on?
No.
No.
It's off. It's just leaked a little bit. Ta-da!
Yay! Look at that! And she survived it, everyone.
Yeah.
Still, how many fingers have you got? How many thumbs?
2.
Yay!
Right. So that's the 2 halves. That half and this half, both covered in the marzipan. There we go. So the marzipan over here. I'm just going to have to go wash my hands a second because they're a bit sticky with the marzipan.
Just go washing her hands and checking that she definitely has got 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. I think I'm going to have to chat with Martin and get a camera in that room now. I'm really well intrigued what she does in there. You work in your 90s? Oh, that'd be even more fun.
Yeah.
So you, in your 90, swinging around on a chair, climbing on your table to get to your
Yeah.
shelves.
Well, to be fair, the first time I was going to come and do a live, Antonia messaged me and she said, have you got any nice pictures of you decorating a cake or anything that I can put as like the front picture? I was thinking, well, no, because I'm always in my pyjamas and, you know, I've got icing all over me and I've got food colouring on my face and... Right.
It's amazing how many people do decorate in their pyjamas. Come on, ladies, who decorates in their pyjamas? Well, during lockdown, I think I don't think any of you have got out of your pyjamas.
No, but plus as well, I don't like to ruin all my clothes with food colouring because even though I wear apron, it always still ends up all over me. So I like to decorate my pyjamas because I don't care if they get, you know, food colouring all over them.
What was you doing? Was you giving her a tip then? What was you doing?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, yeah.
Time she ran over, didn't she?
I told my mum, when it gets to 9 o'clock, when I'm like halfway through, give me a signal.
Is that what she was whispering there?
Yeah.
O'clock. It all comes together.
I was saying last time I came, you could do with a clock up there so you can actually see, you know, how long you've been. Otherwise, I would have done absolutely nothing.
We just like to just watch the sheer panic on demonstrators' faces when we tell them they've only got half an hour left. Who was it in last week who was pushing it? Who was it? We had somebody in last week that were really pushing it right to the limits. Didn't think we'd get it done. Was it Karen Davies?
I know Jerry Chew on her last live
Yeah,
was really
it was
close.
Jerry.
And then all of a sudden it was
Bang, all done.
like all done, like she spent hours on it. And I thought, wow, look at that. I think this is the worst part of decorating cakes, rolling out the sugar paste. It always hurts my wrists.
Yeah, Jerry's saying she agrees we need a countdown clock.
I know, you can get the little theme tune as well. That you know, off countdown.
How does it go again? Just tell us. Go a bit louder so we can all hear. How does it go? Yeah,
Something like that.
Right,
anyway.
Simon, get that tune ready when we're going. When she hasn't got long left.
Do you know what? I can't spell, and I'm terrible at maths. And I still used to always watch Countdown on the telly, and then I could never do it.
I've got to be honest, I'm the same as you, but I thought it was quite fascinating to watch, didn't you?
My mum watches it, and then she's like, "Yeah, I've got like 12 words in like 60 seconds," and I'm still looking at the letters thinking, it says cat. And then I've got a 10-letter word, and I've got a 2-letter word.
Me and you are going to get on very well. Did we go to the same school?
Right, I think that is our first part done. Ta-da. So I'm going to pour this over here, my little jug of water that I got. And just slightly dampen down my marzipan.
Nikki arrived today. Sorry, Nikki King is asking a question. Yes, it arrived today.
What did?
A mould. Well, DPD lost an order yesterday, and the thing is, it was already delayed, the parcel, and the fact that it lost, the whole warehouse went into a meltdown yesterday, and then it arrived. Didn't lose it yesterday, they'd lost it the day before, so it arrived yesterday. Everybody was relieved to get rid of the backlog of orders.
All I'm doing is just covering the bottom half in the sugar paste. And I'm not really worrying about getting it all perfect. If there's a crease, we'll just stick something on top of it. It'll be fine.
It looks perfect to me.
I know. It's a fluke.
It looks perfect to me, it looks brilliant.
Sometimes it just goes on just right, and then other times you just have nothing but issues. But because we're going to be putting bits and bobs on it anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. Just cutting this off. That's one part done. There we go, that's the bottom half.
Yay, fantastic. Look at that. And you did that quick.
Hello. I dropped it.
Nobody saw that. We're on a different camera.
Nobody saw it. Look, not even a dint, look. Well, there is a bit, but not
Nobody
really.
saw it fall over.
No.
Oh, they did see it. I've just watched it fall over.
Help her out.
That's funny that. I'm answering the question, nobody saw it. I went, oh yeah, I did. This is the 30-second delay.
Yeah, I
No, they
dropped
all
it,
saw
and then
it.
Simon just quickly changed the camera like it was going to make a difference.
Jackie Adams went, oh my God, I've just gasped.
It's alright. It was survived.
Saved, Valerie says.
I think sometimes people think that cakes are a little bit more delicate than they are. I think you can be a bit more rough with them sometimes. And I think I do the same thing when I'm working on a cake. I'm like, so delicate, but you can be a bit rough with them.
Yeah.
You can manhandle them a bit. Obviously not too much. Don't punch
Well, if you
it.
watch what I did to that cracker last night, it was definitely manhandled.
So, I mean, you just... It's fine. Oh. This is where all the lives go in, just me rolling things out. I think that's the only problem with Christmas cake, is you have the layer of marzipan and the layer of sugar paste, so you have like double rolling. And I just hate to roll. I want you. Have you seen them like giant pasta machines?
Yeah.
That you put it through and it just rolls it for you.
Yeah, but they're a fortune though, aren't they?
I know.
What they called a sheeter.
I don't know.
So I think about 900 quid or something.
Yeah, we seen one at Cake International, didn't we? But we didn't dare go over and ask how much it was.
I know I was talking to a group of ladies and I think they all put together to order 10 or 20. And because they ordered so many, I think they all got it for like £900 each. So I think that's what it was.
Lucky.
Huh? Yeah, but because they ordered so many, they got it. Yeah, I know. You'd have to. It's got to be worthwhile to get that £900 back, wouldn't it?
You'd have to be doing that every day.
Yeah, that's what you
I
got to think
suppose
about.
it's worth it if you have like a whole shop and you know you're doing it daily, because it is quite straining. But I don't think I could warrant it. I've got a mini pasta machine that I got, and I do use that for sometimes when I'm rolling out little bits for, you know, for like writing and stuff.
So Karen, Sicily's actually rolling the icing quite thin. She's not as generous as I was with my icing last night. So no, she's rolling it quite thin.
It's because I've already.
How do you like
warmed
the
this
pink?
bit
How
up.
do you like the pink board for icing rolling out on?
I love it.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what I'm having for Christmas.
Is it?
Yeah, I was going to ask you today when I was here if I could secure one.
Yeah. We'll sort it out in the morning for you.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Carol sent me the smaller one. Was it the medium
It's
or
the
small?
one for doing modelling
But
on.
yeah, it's absolutely perfect when I'm doing my little models and different bits and bobs for the
Yeah.
cake. But when I'm rolling it out, it's not quite big enough.
No.
I still try.
Did I send you
to roll
the? I sent you the smaller, the square one, the modelling one, didn't I?
I think it was the one above that one. It's more like it's like a little rectangle one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 5 because there's the Vayner, there's the small one, there's the medium one,
Small.
there's the medium one, then there's the large, and then there's the extra large.
Yeah, but I love how big this one is for rolling out because I have at the minute, you know, one of them little mats that you can roll up and stuff, and I use one of them, and it moves all the time. It creases. It's just a pain in my backside.
Well, Helen Williams says those sheeters are £2,000. Now I know why those ladies were so excited to get them £900 each, because there was a whole gang of them. So I do remember it was last year. I was talking to them and they were all so excited. They all had to be delivered to one lady's house, and then somehow she had to get them dispatched to everybody else. Just glad that wasn't me.
I'd rather just do my wristing.
Do you what? Do your wristing?
Yeah, I'd rather just suffer. Yeah, I don't know if I could warrant that. But like I said, if you're doing it full time, then maybe. I don't know, maybe next Christmas, Martin.
Jill Cook's got one.
Oh, wow.
Has she?
Yes.
Yeah, get you, Jill.
Nipping round Jill's house in my pyjamas to get my front rolled out.
No, that's funny. So Debbie Hargreaves is saying her husband says he's going to watch her live one night because she's always giggling, but then she would have to behave herself, not put any comments on. It's right though, isn't it? It's not so funny when your husband watches because you've got to sit there and be good. You can't say anything.
Well,
I tell John some funny things and he doesn't think it's funny.
Well, I was actually saying to my mum earlier, quite often I'll be watching the live and then I'll think, what's that? And I'll listen and it's Martin's phone and he's watching the live too. And I say, are you watching it? He say, yeah, just for a little bit, just seeing what's going on.
Oh, that's cute. Watch Sugar Co again, you.
Yep. Being extra careful.
Yeah, Donna's right. Should have kept Grandma's old mangle. Oh, I tell you what, a mangle would have been good, wouldn't it? Do you know what mangle is?
No.
I knew that.
What's a mango?
You used to wring the washing out with it.
Put your washing machine, put it through, turn it like it's on the old movie.
See, in
Oh,
our
yeah,
day,
yeah.
we had to wash in a twin tub and use a mangle. You had to take it out the twin tub. Who had a twin tub? You had to take it out the twin tub, put it in the spinner, didn't you? Then, spinners came, mangles first, then it came with a spinner, didn't it? Because you got a single tub first with a mangle, then a twin tub. Oh my God. You used to wash the washing in the same water all the time. Oh God. When you think about it, it's right, isn't it? You used to start off with your lights first, then your mediums, then your darks.
Sounds lovely.
Eh?
Sounds lovely.
Hey, them were the days, I'm telling you, girl. That was my job every Sunday, do the washing.
I dream of a twin tub. I've just got a bucket.
Bucket and a dolly peg.
A dolly peg. Do you know what a dolly peg is, Sicily?
Is that the one you scratch it on?
No, it looks like an upside down stool with a
Yeah.
handle on the top.
What's the ones called that you scratch it on? You know, when you'd see it on
the
films
board,
and
yeah.
you scratch it on the board.
Yeah.
Then you took to musical instruments after that.
Right, let me just
Hooray.
drop this down a second. Get this. Ta-da. Right, I'm going to get this one now. Like this. And then push this inside.
Oh, I don't know what Ellen Williams is saying. She's saying that was half a sheeter for £2,000. Goodness, it's getting dearer, this sheeter thing. How do you buy half a sheeter?
Share it with someone.
Right, okay then.
And then
Where's the ribbon?
you'll see it in a second, Simon.
Are you excited for the ribbon to pop out?
Exciting for the-
Okay, so
I'm worried.
it's okay. What to do? Me stabber stick. So over here, and then I get my stabber stick and just pop out that little bit of cake that got inside it. Just.
I know the men don't get it, do they? Jackie Adams says, my husband wonders why it's so funny. They've no sense of humour. They don't get it, the men though, do they?
What do you mean?
Well, you sit here, you know what we're going on. It's because the men are only half listening. Do you ever get that when they're watching Coronation Street? I hate this. What's happening now? What's happening now?
Right, so. Ta-da!
Yay! Look at that.
Okay, so we're still going to disguise the line.
Yeah, Jackie Adams right. In those days, you only had a bath once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did went to first when I was a girl.
Listen, I remember we used to have a bath, and if you were open, you were going to be the first in. We used to have to let my dad in first, and we had to go in after him.
So was everyone else just like pottering around whilst you was
Bath used to be in the...
trying to have a
used
little
be
wash in the
kitchen.
bath?
We used to have the bath in the kitchen.
Did everyone used to stay out the kitchen?
Yeah,
No.
we used to stay in the front room in our
Did they?
house. Other than my mum, because
Yeah.
she was out there cooking and stuff.
No, I couldn't imagine just being laying in the bath trying to wash myself. And then, and then my brother comes trudling in to make himself a sandwich. Right.
Hey, listen, we're all going down memory lane here. Carol Hayward had a single spinner. I remember that, getting a single spinner, yeah? Because I think it was like a washing machine with a mangle, and then they brought spinners out, didn't they? It was. I think it was spinners, wasn't it? And then they brought the twin tub out. And then you'd have a counter with a curtain on, weren't you dead posh with a bit of curtain on, to push your twin tub in under the corner, didn't you? Used to go in round under the corner. Who had one of them? With a posh bit of curtain. Sorry, Sicily. We're going down memory lane here.
It's alright. All I'm doing is I've just put it on a little board just to make sure it's, yeah, just so it's on a little board. Whilst
He's
we're
just quite
decorating
happily
it.
getting on with it.
Yeah.
While you just talk nonsense.
I'm just plodding on. Ah, there it is. Could it come up? Hmm? Yeah, I'm just putting it in the bag so it doesn't dry out for a second. Because, oops, just waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up a little bit. Then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a little bit of hot glue down the centre of this pole and just touch the ribbons to the side slightly, just to give it that extra little bit of, you know, it's glued in place, just to make sure that it doesn't try to pull itself apart. And then I'm going to paint this. Well, we're going to try and paint this, and then I think I'm going to put a little bit of a ribbon round it, and whatever else we can do in the time.
Do you want to set that board up, right, so they can see that drum out the way?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. So I'm just putting a little bit down the back of in here, just to make sure the ribbon is nice and glued.
Janie, if you can see the predicted text coming up, do you mean the text on the screen? Can you see the text? If you can see it on your screen, just turn your volume up slightly, get rid of it.
Okay, so that's glued down there nice and strong. So once that's give that a minute to set, even though it holds the weight anyway, it's just so the ribbons hold nice and tight in there, so we don't have to worry about them falling, the whole cake just falling apart. But to be honest, I think that's just me being a little bit overcautious.
It's looking good.
But I think as well, fruit cake is a lot heavier than sponge cake.
Absolutely.
So I'm just taking extra precaution because it's such a heavy cake. I probably wouldn't do them extra steps for a fruit cake. Right, got.
There's a whole conversation going on here with your cake and how we all cope with twin tubs. And a reminder is just coming up from the twin tub. All those who got a bit posher, eventually we was allowed to go to the wash house. I used to have to drag the washing in, what's one of those shopping trolleys? I used to have a shopping trolley with a bin bag on top. You used to go there. My job on a Sunday to go there and sit in the laundrette all day doing the washing, backwards get another load.
I have one of them little trolleys that you drag.
You wouldn't want one of these little trolleys, those shopping trolleys. And the wheel would always come
like
off after a few journeys.
Trolley.
Yeah.
I thought you meant them like little pull-along baskets. Everyone always calls me an old lady because I have one, but I really like it, and it saves my arms when I'm buying milk. Right. So here's our ball with a dodgy line through the middle, but don't look at it. It's fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to be using. This is the one that I decided on, the ruby, the colour splash ruby, because I think this one just looks pretty. Oops, that looks like quite a lot, but I'm painting the cake with it. And then I've got a little bit of the Rejuvenator Spirit. Is this got a squirty top? Yes. I thought it was going to be a full one and I'll have to try and like gently measure it out. Now I'm just going to get one of them tiny spatulas to give it a quick mix.
Well, I don't know how we've gone on to this now, but we're all remembering the outside toilet that we all had.
We used to have a paraffin lantern. We used to have a light to walk down the garden to it's next to the back gate.
We used to have an outside toilet and our toilet roll was on a string on a nail. And then Sue Mary's just remembering that really hard, crispy wallpaper, toilet paper you used to have. And somebody's just remembered the name, Isel. Ooh, that's nice. Anyhow, let's get back to our ball.
Oh, I don't know if you can see
I like that
but
colour. That's
so
beautiful,
pretty.
isn't it?
This one's definitely going in
What are you
my
going to do for the
basket.
join in the middle?
I think I might put a ribbon around it, like a little
I
fondant
reckon
ribbon.
it look lovely.
Yeah, but
Stick some pearls on it.
yeah, like I said, if you feel confident that you could put this together with the marzipan on, do the whole cake in one go for it. I just don't feel like I could.
Yeah, but you've done it on them.
I haven't.
Have you not?
No, so this one there's a join.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what I've done is I've tried to smartly place
Yeah, but
my
you've done
different
well.
stick-ons over the top of the join, and then this one, the top half was covered in blue and the bottom half was covered in the white to overlap.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
I've kind of cheated it on both of them.
Yeah, hey, listen, we like to know how to cheat. We want the shortcuts
Yeah.
here.
I also seen a really good technique. I can't remember what I was watching, but it was a cake decorating video. I can't remember what it was. But what they did is they got the ball, they wrapped the fondant over the top, they pressed it all down nice and flat around the front of the ball and all around the back of the ball, then pinched all the sides like a pasty, and then they cut off the sides and then just blended them in. So rather than having a big line this way, they had two lines going this way, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, this is beautiful. I love the colour splash.
That's a lovely. Which colour have you got there? Is it the ruby? Is it?
Yeah, this one's the
gorgeous,
ruby.
isn't it?
I don't actually have the ruby, so I think I'm going to get this one. I've got the platinum, the gold, the rose gold. I've got bronze. Oh, so I've got the blue one that they do. Like
They're lovely. All the colour
sparkly
splash ones are
blue.
lovely.
Yeah, like every time I put an order in, I just add a
Collecting
couple
them.
more. Yeah.
We're on toilet talk now. Oh, this brings back a load of memories. Your mum will be reading these later. She'll be going, Sicily, this is how life was. We didn't have phones then. We didn't have computers, but we entertained ourselves.
To be fair, we didn't have phones until I was a little bit older, and computers. Not really, like. I remember. It was like the back end of primary school that they started getting computers at school. It was like a new thing.
We got them the year before I left.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to use them or anything, but.
We had no teacher who knew how to use them.
Yeah, so I only really learned how to use a computer properly, like secondary school.
So this is Colour Splash Dust. Tracy, this is your favourite. You love Colour Splash. So Tracy Scrivens is just asking. So this one is the ruby colour. And anything that Sicily's using tonight, it's all on our website. And if you just go to the top to make it easier for you, we've done a little box of goodies. Just go to the FB must-haves and everything is there for you.
This is such an easy way because look
at that. I
it
love that
looks
colour.
like a bauble.
Yeah, it does.
And it's just so easy. Look, just flicking it on.
It's Colour Splash and it's Colour Splash Ruby in the pearl.
I know.
Just that, we're out of stock. I can't believe we're out of stock. I only put it in stock this week. It will be back in stock tomorrow. Don't worry.
Whenever I'm watching the lives with when Karen's on, she's always got all the sparkly dust out. Yeah. You can see it flying in the air.
Debbie, the Merlot, Faye Cahill Merlot arrived today. I've not updated it yet. So I've got to be honest, I didn't know the order had arrived until I left the building. So, and I've just not put it on the website yet, but I will do. I'm glad you reminded me because I would have forgot. So I'll get that on before I go to bed.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to add a tiny bit more for like the last bit as well. I hate it when that happens, when you run out right at the end.
You have to make some more?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what you should do is you leave it to dry afterwards. So whatever you make over, leave it to dry out. The next day, get a dry brush, brush it all straight back into the pot.
Well, at home, I've got quite a lot of like artist palettes.
Yeah.
And they're all full of just different coloured dust that I've just left to dry back up. But it's like when you're piping as well, like if you're piping buttercream, you always seem to run out when you've got like one cupcake left. So to paint this whole bauble, it's took less than a quarter of this powder, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's hardly took anything. Which is really good.
Finishing spray, Angela. Finishing spray? Do you mean finishing sparkle? Have you got any finishing spray? Oh, and let me tell you all about Calabo chocolate as well. So I know some of you have been chasing me for Calabo chocolate, but I had a funny conversation. So Calabo have closed their factory for a month, not their factory, their place here in the UK for a month while they're moving. So they're not reopening until the 30th of November. So I bought a load of Calabo in thinking we had plenty. Anyway, it's gone. So I've had to go and find another supplier. So I got topped up of stock, and then I phoned that supplier today, and they should have had 13 pallets delivered, and 13 pallets have gone missing. They can't find them. But they said chocolate's very hard to get hold of, so if we find a place with plenty of chocolate, suggest they've probably got the 13 pallets. Anyhow, I've managed to acquire a lot of 2.5 kilo bags, and they're going to call me when the 13 pallets turn up. So Calabo is in stock, back in 2.5 kilo bags. And then grab it while you can, because if Calabo doesn't open until the 30th, when you place your order, it takes 2 weeks for it to arrive. So it might be worth to buy your big bags. This end looks amazing. That colour's amazing, isn't it?
It's a really good colour. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, it goes on very well. Quite the lustre dusts go on really well. And afterwards, I know Sicily's painted that on, But if she gave it, see how I had to stop talking then? See, it just happens automatically. If you get a luster brush and just give it a brush after, do you ever brush it afterwards? Just get another brush out of the cupboard there. Just get some brushes out. So get that big box of brushes there. Pass me one. Right, let me just think here. Right now, and just give it a nice brush over. It just smooths it over.
What, with the dust?
Yeah, just give it a nice, just like nice round circly motions. No, not with the dust. Just brush it now. And just give it a nice brush all over. And it just takes out any, if you've got any bits on.
Yeah.
Makes it really shine.
I like that.
Nice, isn't it?
I like this brush too.
They're in stock.
Are they? The brushes are in stock. I like that, that's pretty.
Yeah, just finishes it off, doesn't it?
And then what I'm going to do...
And I think somebody was asking me the other day when these were back in stock. They're in stock as well.
Oh, these...
Yeah.
These ones feel nice in your hand.
Feel nice, don't they?
Because they're so thin here.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that one. Then all I'm doing here is putting on that little topper bit that you have at the top of a bauble. I don't know what it's called. The hangy bit. So I'm just going to stick this.
What is that bit called, Simon? Come on, Clever Clogs.
The hangy bit.
The hangy bit.
Yeah.
You normally know.
Okay. So...
You're very quiet tonight, you, Simon.
It's called a bezel or something. I don't know.
Angela, I thought I put Finishing Sparkle back in stock last night. Just double check. I'm sure I put 20 containers in. It can't possibly have been sold.
I'm just going to paint every single one of my cakes now like this. So easy but effective.
It looks nice like that. And the ruby, somebody's just said it's out of stock, but it'll be back in stock tomorrow. Oh, they spotted the knife on the pink board. Tell you, you're brave there, Sicily.
I know, I didn't cut it all the way through then.
And yes, Karen Naylor, I did look. I just couldn't speak for a second.
Now it's got the little hangy bit. Move this over here. This over here. Right. I think I'm going to roll out a band to go around this middle bit, and then we can make a little bow to go on the front, I think.
You've changed your whole thing. You were going to be putting baubles all over
Putting
this before.
baubles on it, yeah. You've reminded me. I got baubles. So I've got the Katie Sue one.
You should do them. You should do them, and then when you've done them, luster them in different colours, just one colour at a time.
That's what I was
and
thinking.
then hang them on.
Lovely. And then I've got the Karen Davis baubles as well. So.
I've got Karen Davis sugar paste in the cupboard there if you want to use that.
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you. Oh, here we are. Right. So all I'm going to do is use these baubles to cover that seam around the middle.
Well, that'll be quite effective, won't it?
Yeah. And it gets rid of that seam nicely. I think this would be nice, really plain. You know, if you was able to cover it all in one go and then not have the seam and just have it sparkly.
Well, if you do it just slightly higher here, you'd better hide it all if you go all the way round.
Yeah.
And then if you luster your baubles, different ones, different colours, then they could see all the lovely colours that colour splash do.
Yes, I love all the colour splash colours. Right. And I love this sugar paste as well.
So Lindsay Pearson wants to know the correct recipe for the fluff. Sorry, Sicily. I was about to call you Antonia then. So, Lindsay, the best thing to do is to message Karen, but I'm sure it's on the recipe website. Has she not put fluff on the recipe website? So I would message Karen Griffiths and ask her to get it on the recipe website. The KD knit mould is back in stock. Jerry says you've been amazing, Sicily.
Thank you.
Right, Angie's found the sparkle. I thought I was losing my mind, Angie, when you asked. I thought there's just no way we could have sold that many in 24 hours. If we had, I'd be wondering who's been doing a promo on it.
I love the finishing sparkle. I use it on everything.
Pardon?
I love the finishing
I think everyone's
sparkle.
addicted to it, isn't it? But if you saw me with the hobby core in class yesterday, you'll all want a hobby core. I blinged everything yesterday.
Yeah,
Everything.
it looked really good.
Just go to the recipe website and I'm sure fluff is on there. Go to whipping it up. I'm sure fluff is on there. But if not, in this live, Lindsay, in fact, I'll tag Karen.
And if you want as well, when the live's finished, I can also hack a piece of fruitcake out to show you how easy it comes out. I love these moulds. I bought the star one last time I came. It's so good. I used it on that one actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Don't
gonna-
let me tag him while I'm doing a live. Yeah, this mould's lovely, isn't it?
I was going to get this one as well, but when we was wandering around the warehouse, we couldn't find it.
Because you weren't tall enough.
Yeah.
It's on the top shelf.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to do a few of these.
I think at that time when you came, we were still sorting out the warehouse. We're nearly there
Yeah,
now.
You
So a
was,
lot of
there was
things,
lots
a lot of
moving
things were all
around.
in its area, but not in alphabetical order. So now things are in alphabetical order, which helps.
I know, it made me so happy. I went in and then one of the warehouse workers, when was having a wander around, came up and was like, "Do you want a basket?" I thought, I can do that? Yes. I love how easily they pop out of these moulds.
Yeah. And if I give you marshmallow sugar base there as well,
Mm.
you're very honoured. I don't normally share that one with anyone.
I could just eat it.
Yeah.
Right. I love this one. It looks like a little tiny Christmas pudding.
Oh, they are. Thanks, Alison. She's found the whipping it up fluff. Oh, good girl. So Barbara, does anyone know what size the pink and blue baubles are? Do you mean the baubles in the background, Barbara? The two cakes?
Or just, you mean, these ones?
Have you missed a live, Barbara?
Do you mean these ones? If you mean these ones are 6 inch. I just stabbed it with my nail.
Use the 6-inch ball pans.
That's not enough. Put a bit more in.
Yep, that's it, Barbara. They're the PME 6-inch ball pans. They're on the wish list. Don't use the 8-inch. The 8-inch will be too big. It'll be massive.
Yeah, that's
I don't think. Yeah, that's the 8-inch. Don't use that. Use the 6-inch.
huge.
And if there's
compared
not
to
a lot of
this.
you, use the 4-inch. The 4-inch will come. It's going to be small, but when you put two together, all cake,
Yeah.
it'd be great.
I think as well with Christmas cake, you don't have like a massive slab. Well, you do, but yeah, you're meant to have a bit of a smaller slab, aren't you?
Yeah.
With them,
Lots of them. Yeah.
with it being like a lot richer.
Do you want me to pass you some kitchen rolls so that you're going to paint the list of these up in different colours?
Yes.
So
I'll pull down the box.
pull down the box, yeah.
Mhm.
Get carried away. Show them all the nice blingy Christmas colours.
Yep.
Silver, bronze. Shall I get them out for you?
Yeah, please. Whilst I just make these last few of this mould.
And I've just spotted here, ladies, Colour Mill, brand new colours. So I'll pop them there.
Oh, wow.
Colour Mill taupe. This lavender, lady did a cake with it on the group yesterday. And blush, Colour Mill for you, all your chocolate.
I love Colour Mill. It's so bright. I feel like I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing, and then ever so often I just look up to the camera and just awkwardly smile. Hey guys.
And gang. So I'll give you a rose gold one.
Oh yes. My hands are a bit sticky. That just proves how good these moulds are. The fact that my hands are sticky and look, it's just ripping it straight back out of the mould. Whereas with some other moulds that I've used in the past,
Has Karen been having a
It
good
gets
time with
stuck.
my colour splash?
Good time.
Yeah.
well, when I watched the hot chocolate
Oh, actually, it's just
balls,
dropped out there.
the hot chocolate balls, it was everywhere.
Can I say?
Okay, pop this one out, and that's one of each of these ones. And then I'll do some of these ones in a minute, because what I'll do is I'll place all of the big ones on, and then we'll see what little gaps we've got, and we'll fill them with the little Katie Sue
Yeah.
one, which is also really cute but a lot smaller.
What colours do you want? Do you want to just do all golds, or do you want to put some pink ones on?
No, I'll do it.
Yeah, sure. May as well do a bauble in different colours. Or are you going to do a theme?
No,
I'll put them in, and you can choose what theme.
The
You don't have to
theme
do
is
every
glitter.
colour. You don't have to do every colour, but you can just do like a theme, can't you?
These are so lovely. I love this lavender one.
Yeah, it's lovely. I saw a lady do a moth orchid with it yesterday on the group. She used the Marion Frost, the extra big moth orchid that Marion's brought out with patchwork cutters.
Oh wow.
Extra large, giant one, beautiful.
I think that's the only like sugar flower that I've ever successfully made.
A moth orchid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well done on you.
All my other flowers just don't look very great, but a moth orchid looks alright. Right, which ones? Oh, that one's called Snowflake. That one's very fitting. Right, which one shall I start with? Shall we start with the snowflake on the snowflake?
Yeah. You might want to get some more brushes out.
Mhm.
Can you reach them up there, or do you need my assistance?
I can reach them, I think. Shall we see?
Yay!
Yeah, I can reach them.
Oh.
Let me check if I'm in the overhead. Pull it closer to the middle.
Tracy, if you just wait till in the morning, message me, and I'll put them on the website, and then you'll be able to do a click and collect. Click and collect and add it to your order. And Karen Naylor's going to kill me because she's going to have to sort all this mess out.
Oh wow, look at that. Oops. Look how shiny that is.
Lindsay Pearson, the recipe's on the website.
That one there.
Yeah.
It's pretty. What shall we do next? I'm going to do the light gold.
You may as well go through them all, put them on.
Yeah.
Got 20 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, smash it.
Well, the cake's done now, isn't it?
So like and share, everyone.
Decorating.
Isn't she doing a great job? You're so chilled out and relaxed, aren't you?
I try to be. Not always.
We'll get you true colours when we put that camera up in your room.
Yeah.
Because I just can't get that vision out of my head. You in your pyjamas, on a computer stool, climbing on top of your desk.
Yeah. I'll get Martin to take a picture next time. But it's because it's only the small room. So I have to just climb on things to get things.
I just think it's so cute.
So what I've done is I've put the... knock some of it off. I've put the light gold just on the middle bit. And then I think I'm going to put some of this snowflake one that I've just used.
So Wayne from Australia has joined us. So we've
Hello,
had Paul
Wayne.
the Ball Baker, and he's the only male I've seen on here tonight, Paul the Ball Baker, and Wayne is watching. He's just joined in, and I just need to say to Wayne there, he's finished. I think he's just done his last day at work after 27 years. So well done, Wayne. Does that mean you've retired, love? How many years have I worked? If I'm 59, how many years have I worked now then? I left when I was 16. Is that a lot of years I've worked?
40.
Have I worked 40
There you
years?
go.
Oh, Wayne, you're not having any more sympathy, sorry.
Yeah,
You've done more
you
years than
think
you.
he's retired? He's just changing jobs. He's like 42 or something.
Ooh, that's nice. Isn't that pretty like
Yeah,
that?
so
Yeah,
I've done the
like
gold,
that.
just on the lacy bit, and then just the snowflake sparkle. What do you think, Mum?
Mm.
I have to point it to like both sides of the room
Mm.
so everyone can see. I think we should do this one. I'm gonna leave that one.
Oh, sorry, Wayne. No, he's been made redundant. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not laughing. It's the way you said it. It's my last day at work after 27 years. Oh, bless.
I think I want that one to be that colour actually. The reindeer can't be pink. Ooh. I don't know how well the camera picks up all the sparkles, but it's definitely in my nose.
Pardon?
I said I don't know how well the camera can pick up all the floaty particles, but I can feel all this dust in my nose.
That pink's lovely, isn't it?
Mm.
Is that the dusky pink, is it?
Yeah, the dusty pink.
Yeah. Sorry, Wayne, I'm not laughing at you because you lost your job. It's the way that you said it before, my last day at work after 27 years. What did he say? I feel really bad. I'll send you some big love hearts. What did he say here?
Let's have a bit of silver, shall we? A bit of silver.
Oh, thanks, Karen. Karen got made redundant, but she said she's now got her dream job working at Sugar and Crumbs.
Aww.
She looks after our customer services for us.
That's lovely. It's good to be able to work somewhere that you enjoy. Right, I'm going to use...
Yeah, that's why I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, because he said, at work, having a sneaky look in, my last day at work after 27 years, why not? So I thought you were very relaxed about it, Wayne, so I am apologise.
I'm going to get some of this gold. And I wonder if I can just dust some of... I'm concentrating.
Are you just dusting them on? I do bet use it. It'll come up bright if you use the rejuvenator.
I'll do it.
It will bling then.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Hey?
So you don't have to ask me twice.
to get the rejuvenator out.
I know. Right, what did I do?
Just put a bit of rejuvenator in there and then just dip your brush in it. So wet your brush and then wipe it in the dust and you rubber paint with it. All our ladies on the cupcake bouquet class next week, take note. This is what you're going to be doing in your cupcake bouquet class.
I'm not spending too long doing it, just the tops.
See how it comes on a lot quicker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you only have to wet your brush. Yay.
And then, yeah, so we've just got a nice little gold beady bits. Are they beads? What would you call them?
Pearls.
Pearly bits. Put that one on there, and then we've got a reindeer. Okay, so I'm going to do the tree silver. And this bit here. And then I'm going to use a snowflake sparkle to do the sky. And then I'm going to use
A clean brush.
yeah. Which one should I use? I just get so carried away with what I'm doing, and then
Oh, don't worry, we love it.
I just forget you're here. I'm just
We know.
in my little bubble. Right, and I'm just going to do the little reindeer gold
Oh, I love it.
so he stands out nice. Oh, he looks lovely. Right.
Oh, you having a nice time, Sicily?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Should we stick a few on so they can see what they look
Yeah,
like?
look. Look nice. Right.
Oh, what about the Katie Sue ones? Are you doing them?
Yeah, I was going to put the big ones on and then see what gaps there
Ah,
is.
right. Okay then. Sorry. Rushing you on.
It's alright. We're going to be like 3 hours over and I'm still just going to be dusting things.
There must be something wrong with me because they're asking me if I'm okay now. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's going on with the conversation here, but somebody's asking, I might check for nits while we're at it. I don't know what they're doing. Tracy's totally hooked and Jackie's Adams is asking me if I'm okay.
Okay, right, so gently, 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 because I don't want to squish, squish, squish. Look how pretty that is. It's a bauble on a bauble.
Yeah, a bauble on a bauble.
Yes.
I like that.
So then we'll have another one, shall we?
Are you going to line them all up or are you going to jiggle them about?
I think I'm going to jiggle them about. I think they're going to be lined up, but I think I'm going to do them like not lined up, if like that.
Yeah, I think that's nicer.
And then we can use the...
You might need to show them. Can
Little
Simon see on
ones?
which camera they are there, Simon?
Where are we? Around this
Yeah,
way.
this camera.
There we go.
Yeah.
How pretty that is. So I've put them on the seam, but wiggly on the seam, so they're not like too obviously just on the seam. And then we'll get the little ones and fill in some gaps.
Yeah, the Barbara, the bauble does look big, but it actually isn't. It's great for a cake, and only one half is a cake. The
Yeah,
other half
only the
is
top.
a spear. A spear?
Sphere.
A spear. How do you
Spear.
say it?
Sphere.
Sphere.
Spear.
Spear.
A spear is what you
Spear.
the row, isn't it?
Right. Okay. Just go through this again. How do you say it?
Sphere.
Spear.
Spear.
Okay. You know I'm not good at my words. I've only just sorted out my Friday bacon problem. Baking, I should be saying. But apparently I missed the K.
Where should I put it, Carol?
Well, why don't you get them all the way round now and then get the little Casey Sue ones on? Some smaller ones.
These are my smaller ones that I did.
Only we've got 10 minutes left. Don't want to rush you or anything.
I think we'll be done.
Good girl.
Just gently press it on without skewing all of the actual design on it. But I find sometimes I can be a little bit heavy-handed when it comes to putting things on, and then I end up squishing all the design.
Well, it's looking very good.
Thank you.
They're all helping me to pronounce it now. I still won't get it right.
And put this one here, little Christmas pudding.
It does look fab, doesn't it, everyone? And she has put it together so easily, hasn't she? You've got to give it a...
That's what I wanted to show mainly. That
No, but you know what,
how
Sicily?
easy I can chuck it together.
Yeah.
Not
But-
just me, like how easy it can just be
No,
chucked
but
together in general.
it's stable the way you've done it, and it's lovely. And I think it's a fantastic idea for a cake, don't you? And I've got to be honest, looking at the size of it now, you only need half of it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as well with the lockdown and stuff,
Yeah.
I feel like the whole would be too much.
It would be,
because
yeah.
we're not allowed to mix and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do a whole one. This is 6 inches, but it's definitely plenty.
okay, pop, 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 pop.
And I think it's a nice thing to put on the table. Other people would be surprised by it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think so. And what I'll do in a second when it's finished is I'll chuck her off the banana mould and we'll put the new shiny one on it so you can see it dangle.
There's quite a few people who are going to give it a go. Claire Rooney, she said fantastic. She's been dying to look watch you do it, and she's going to give it a go.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see everyone do it. Obviously, if you post it in a group, or feel free to private message me. I never mind getting private messages about cake. If it's something that I can help with, I will.
Yeah.
And if it's something I can't, I'll tell you that I don't know.
The ball tins, there's 3 sizes. There's a 4-inch, a 6-inch, and an 8-inch. Do not buy the 8-inch. It would be massive. This is
Not very good selling, Carol.
I know, but I'm just they won't thank me for an 8-inch one.
I don't know if it would hold the weight of this
You
structure.
won't thank me for an 8-inch one. You need to buy the 6-inch if there's a few of you at home. And believe me, I have to say, looking at this now, I would only do the cake on the top. There's plenty here, isn't there? And if there's only 2 of you, buy the 4-inch tin. And when it arrives, you'll be disappointed how small it is. But do not worry, do 2 sides, do 2 small inch ones, put them together and you'll have a great cake.
My fingers are trying to stick to the fondant because I'm warm.
Yeah, Tracy, there. I think the 4-inch will be big enough. Do 2 4-inches together.
Yeah.
That would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if it was 4-inch, I would do 2, but the 6-inch I think would
just
be
do
enough.
1. Yeah. And I think it's a great idea. I think you've done very well there, Sicily. I think it's a great idea for something different to have on the Christmas table.
And
you've done 3 different styles as well. So look at the ladies at the back. If Simon puts the camera on the back, look. So you've got this one, the painted one.
Yeah.
And you've got the star one.
Which
and then this one.
This was just gluing and sticking and glitter, similar to this one, which is super easy, and we all love to do it, don't we? The hand painted one was a little bit more, but even that one was still.
I don't
really
think you give
easy.
yourself enough credit for the hand painted one. I think you give Martin all the credit for the moon.
Well,
when really you deserve all the credit for the cabins and the Christmas trees and the stars and everything else.
Do you know what it was? When I was heavily pregnant, and I was just very stressed at the back end because I had lots of I was just really poorly the whole way through. So I just used to watch Bob Ross. You know, the painting guy with the afro. Is he alive still? Bob Ross.
Oh, no,
It's like when was Bob Ross?
Happy Little Trees.
This is the problem. I don't know who Bob
It's a
Ross
happy
is.
little accident.
This is the second time Bob Ross's name has come up in the last few weeks, and I have no idea
When
who
was
he
it?
is.
Was it the 80s or was it the 90s? Bob Ross. I don't. The 80s, yeah. So he did like a painting show, and he was just chilled and relaxed, and he was like, we're just going to paint this, and this is how we do it. So
And he'd paint with a big like house painting brush. And just...
yeah, he was just so good, and he just used to say, it's just a happy little accident.
Sue Melling says, I've already got my cake cooked. She was going to do a nigaloo, but she's changed her mind.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't wait
That'd
to
be
see
great.
it.
Barbara, well, we've not done the gluten-free one. It's just a normal, easy Christmas cake. But you can, there's also easy Christmas cake, gluten-free, nut-free, cherry-free, whatever. I do say in there, you just put what you want in it.
Okay, so we've got
Yeah, Jackie
this
Adams
one.
loves Bob Ross. I've never heard of him.
You want to watch
That's
him?
the second time
He's
it's been
just
mentioned.
so chilled, and I just love the way that he was. And he'd say, "Oh, it's just a happy little accident," and he used to make up stories whilst he was painting, like, "Oh, this tree, it's just going to have all the squirrels in it, and we're going to paint it for it to live in." I just watched loads of it at the back end of my pregnancy. I found that it really helped just chill out my mind a little bit.
Well, I think everybody's enjoyed this. There's quite a few people who's going to give this a go.
I hope
So
you
Tracy
all
and Paul
do.
Maguire. I presume it's Tracy who's going to be giving it a go. So she has made some fabric baubles, so I think she's looking forward to making one with a cake.
That was not a
Yeah,
flattering
Michelle's
angle.
with me. She's never heard of him. Well done, Michelle. I'm glad I'm not on my own.
That one.
No, I was just like,
Leslie Green has no idea. What's that? What have you just done?
oh, I had my double chin,
You
like,
have to watch it on the screen.
concentrating.
Yeah.
And then I just looked up there, and it had me from that angle, like this. And it just wasn't a nice
So
angle.
Simon was just showing you the best side of you, was he? You're shocking, you are, Simon. How you mean to our Sicily?
I'm not.
Oh, Bob died in the 90s.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes me sad. I know he adopted lots of
1995, Kathy
squirrels.
says.
Yeah, he adopted lots of squirrels, and he was on Netflix for quite a while. If you're ever feeling stressed, just watch a bit of Bob Ross paint some scenery.
Well, Rosanna Pacinio, and I like watching her, created a Bob Ross painting using buttercream.
I think I might have seen
We'll all be
a
off to
video
Googling.
similar to that.
It's been a great night tonight, hasn't it? We've talked about washing machines outside loos, Sicily's double chin that Simon's grabbed, and Bob Ross. Yes, it is Tracy, not Paul. Tracy Maguire. We'll be doing it. That looks cute.
What do we think,
Yeah.
guys?
Liking it.
Excuse me.
How dare he?
I think that's rude. Press it on a little bit firmer. I think I was a little bit overly gentle with that one. Where, see, look, we've got a nice little row. And then, to be fair, even if you wanted to and you had the icing to hand, you could even paint like a little bit of a black line, to make like a string of baubles. But that's covered the seam. And it looks pretty.
Here we go.
Sorry, Shona. Yes, I read it wrong. He didn't die in his 90s. He died in the 90s. I said it wrong.
1995.
Yeah.
Jill said.
It wasn't 90. Shona's just corrected me. I said he died in his 90s. I meant to say in the 90s.
He was just a really lovely bloke, wasn't he?
What is the holder made of? The banana holder?
It's
Off Amazon.
steel, I think.
Off Amazon. £3.75.
Yeah, it's made for your bananas. Right, I've just got to whack one more bauble on, and then we've baubled up.
Jane Lever, of course, if you wanted to do, you could do a band of ribbon round. And I'm just thinking, I wonder if I've got any left.
I just think you can do whatever you want to do, and don't let anyone tell you you can't. Just go for it. I
haven't got any in the kitchen, but I do sell sugar art ribbon. Some of you got it in your gold boxes. Who got ribbon in the gold boxes? That sugar art round ribbon. That would be lovely to wrap that round. I'm just going to have a look in the cupboard here, see if we've got any. So I know it's too late now, but just thinking.
Is it the printed ice in store?
The printed, yeah, the
Top shelf. Is it that on the top shelf? That stuff where it's got the holly leaves. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's in a box. They're in the.
It's not what she was talking about.
Yeah. The ladies will know what it is. It's called sugar art. A lot of you got it in your
There we
gold
go.
boxes.
We're done. Yeah. Where is
Are you
it?
going to put anything else on it?
I'm going to put on some of this finishing sparkle.
Oh, dear me.
What else?
I don't think I know what's in these cupboards anymore.
Bit of sparkle. Can't go wrong with a bit of glitter. If in doubt, glitter it.
No, literally.
There we go. And then,
Oh, I found my dowels. Yesterday I couldn't find my dowels. Here they are, girls. Yeah. Yesterday I was looking for these bad boys. I had terrible trouble with the big one. I had to try and chop up.
I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to draw the line with just some black.
Got pens?
Yeah, but I don't know about, would it do it fine over all of this glitter and stuff, is what I'm wondering.
What can you do?
I was going to draw the black line.
Yeah.
Saying we've got
Oh, that was
pens.
nice. Yeah, do you want to use a pen?
Yeah, I can do, see if it will do it over. I have the black and the white is it fractal? Did I
Fractal.
say that right? Fractal.
Yeah.
Fractal.
At home, but sometimes I struggle when I put a lot of glitter on because it.
Oh,
Sometimes
because you put
it
glitter.
can-
Oh, does it look lovely with the glitter on?
Yeah, I'll have a go. If not, I'll just paint it on with a fine brush. So, do you want to come to this one?
Yeah, okay.
You've
And
done
then-
it.
Yeah,
That's handy, isn't it?
yeah. Apart from sometimes when I'm doing things, I'm just constantly in the way. Obviously, yours will be neater than this, but I'm looking through the camera, not actually.
Just do it so you can see it yourself.
Okie dokie.
They're loving the bauble. Actually, I really like that with the string on it.
Yeah, and then it just gives it that idea that it's just like a big string of baubles, or you could do Christmas lights, or you could just do whatever you want.
Have you got some, Alison? Have you got some of that ribbon? A lot of you in your gold box has got the ribbon, so you could actually just put that all the way around. It's sugar paste made into ribbon, and you could just put it round.
Or you could do my edible fabric recipe and
Yes.
just put a big edible bow around the front.
Yes, fabulous. You could do that. They're saying I should have given you the hobby core to play with. Karen won't thank me in the morning because Sicily would go crazy like me.
I would. I know, I've been watching you when you did the review one and then on the clash yesterday with it.
Don't worry, I'm going to bring that hobby core out again next week. That looks nice, that.
Yeah. And you could either draw it on or pipe it on or paint it on, whatever you want to do. So it just
That
looks
looks
like
lovely.
a little...
Do you know what? I think the sparkle really finishes it off as well.
Yeah.
Well done.
And then just to pick it
Yay!
up, look.
Look at that! How cool is that, everyone? So we've got 3 baubles there. Do you want to bring your other 2 to the front? Do you want to move all that light out of the way so they can have a close-up of all of them? Because it'd be great to see everybody else's ideas, what they do, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just think there's just
Right,
endless
time's up.
opportunities.
Time's up.
I feel like I've done very well.
Yeah, you have.
Simon,
You've done amazing. Look at
with
that.
my time.
You've actually
put
finished on
around.
time.
Yes, and
Yes.
to be fair, the blue one that I painted last night took 3.5 hours.
Oh, did it?
From obviously stacking it and buttercreaming it together. Took 3.5 hours, so I think we've done great.
Come on everyone, give her the thumbs up, the love heart. She's done well, isn't she? Isn't she a lovely, calm demonstrator? Totally chilled out, relaxed. Just pop those brushes out the way and then let's get your other baubles up. So if you want to follow Sicilly, pop over to her page, Not Too Shabby Cakes, okay, and say hello to her over there, like her page. You can always private message her as well. She's got lots of hints and tricks, tips. This is your 3rd time or 4th time in the kitchen?
This is my 4th now.
Yeah. Look at this. Aren't these fabulous? So look at these, all these ideas.
So we've got a hand-painted one. We've got a little pink one. Oops, let me move these over a bit and move this slightly out of the way. Onto all my mess. I'm just piling everything up everywhere near me. And then I'm gonna put this on here. The weight of this fruitcake is insane. So heavy. And there we go. And then we've got another hanging bauble that's all glittery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ta-da.
And seriously, everybody, just make one side. I can see now why you'd only want to make one
Do
side.
you want me to chop it?
Why do you want to chop it?
Yeah.
Do you want us to chop the
Do you want me
cake?
to chop it?
Go on, do you want us to chop
Shall I
it? Do you
go
want to see
live?
inside? Who are you going
Yeah.
to give it to them? You can take it home and make sure you eat it. Yeah, good.
Eat it.
All right then. Do you want to see her chop it? Oh!
Oh no, it's got the knife again.
Ready?
You're going to cut a slice out of it from there, are you?
Yeah. It's the raisins.
I was saying, do you want a sharper knife? You could have picked a more blunt knife in the house.
I know, but this one was just
Look
already
at this.
here.
Yeah, they want to see you chop it out.
So,
Yeah, oh, look at that. They don't. Oh, look at that. There we go.
So there we go. So
Yeah,
there's a nice
there we
little...
go. And that, yeah, just show the side
chunk.
there, because look, that's how easy it is to cut out.
And that is a nice little size portion, and that's took nothing, really.
Well, I was going to say, if you look at that, that is a one-person portion,
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
Especially a fruitcake, because it's so rich.
There, so that will show you how many of those portions you could get out of that. Just whiz that round there, how many times do you think you could get that out? I reckon you could get about 12 pieces out of that, do you think? You're not going to cut them all up.
No, I'm marking in my
Yeah.
mind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 10, I would say. We
And
could get out
they're
of that.
bigger portions than that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
good.
just that's being generous.
Look
with a
at that,
nice
10
big
portions.
chunk.
That's 2 each.
Yeah. Oh, and they said, don't touch that moon.
Yeah, where's
Martin
the moon?
did that one.
Oh,
I take the moon home for him and let him eat it himself.
So, ladies, look, 10 portions out of that cake. You only need half. All right. So, fantastic, Sicilly. You've had a fantastic audience tonight. I will tell you, you've gone well over 300. They are quietening down now, so but you're well over 200 and we're 261 at the moment.
That's
so
great.
everybody is well impressed. They've loved it. So they'll be looking forward to you coming back again. Are you going to come back in December before Christmas, or are we going to wait till January?
If you could fit me in before Christmas, I'll come back.
Ooh,
Yeah.
right, okay then. Should we get her back before Christmas? Yay!
I'll have to think of something else now.
And Lisa Miles says she's got to do this. And I don't know who Susan Croft was saying. Oh, she was asking, did you own a shop in Raynham?
No.
No. So I don't know if that question was for
where
you.
that is.
Michelle Shelbourne says, another fabulous live. They've all enjoyed it. Lots of love hearts, everything coming your way. And as Jackie Adams say, and I have to agree with you, she's a wee star. But in my eyes, she's a wee cutie star. She's absolutely adorable. So thank you very much. And I wish I could be as calm and relaxed as you. That's why I keep laughing to myself. You're just totally chilled out. So thank you everybody for joining us. We are back in the kitchen tomorrow, vegan baking with Karen. So I can't remember what Karen is making tomorrow, but we're here at 11:30 and Karen is in the kitchen tomorrow, and I'll book a date in with Sicilly. But do have a go at this bauble cake. I think you are going to be really surprised once you do it how easy it is. And Sicilly, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks everybody. Thanks Simon. Thanks Ellie. Bye.
Bye.